A quantity surveyor essentially just manages the cost of a project. Let's put this into some context here. So you watching this right now, you just won the lottery. You won 300 million. Yeah, you're absolutely sorted. You're rich. You've got this dream house in your mind that you want to build. You know, you want a gym, cinema, basketball court, all of that. You want to make it grand. Yeah. So, but you're smart. You know that around 70% of lottery winners actually lose all of their wealth within 5 years. You don't want to be one of those ones. You want to keep your stuff, yeah? How are you going to do that? Building this house. You want to build this house for the best value that you can get. You don't want to waste any money. So you're going to hire a quantity surveyor, yeah? You're going to hire a quantity surveyor, and his job is going to be to make sure that you get the best value for money. So the quantity surveyor will be like the financial watchdog for your project. He'll make sure that you spend your money wisely and that you're getting the best value for this building project that you're building. So we're going to go over 7 key things, 7 key areas that the quantity surveyor will work on to make sure that you get your dream house and that you don't end up with a half-finished house and all the money in your bank account finished. Yeah. So number 1, estimating and forecasting. We're going to go over that. Number 2, preparing contracts and budgets. Number 3, tracking the design and project changes. Number 4, procuring contractors and subcontractors. Number 5, measuring work and issuing payments. Number 6, liaising with the key stakeholders. And number 7, selecting and sourcing materials. All right, let's go straight into this now. So number 1, estimating and forecasting costs. So how much is this dream house going to cost? Have you thought about that? No, the QS will break this down to you. So the QS will look at the materials that's needed, the labor, the equipment. He or she will break everything down into a bill of quantity so you know exactly what you're paying for. That's the first thing that they'll do for you. Let's say, for example, you're dreaming of gold-plated toilets. The QS will be the one to tell you, chill out, mate. That's not good value for money. Why don't we just stick to porcelain, for example? Kind of stuff that your QS will do for you. Next thing is preparing contracts budgets. So you don't want these builders just making up costs as they go along because they know that you just won a lottery and you're rich. Yeah. So your QS will prepare the contracts, the budgets, and like I said before, the bill of quantities so that there's no guesswork. Yeah. So you know that you're paying for the right amount and you know exactly what you're paying for. Third thing that the QS will do is tracking design and project changes. So for example, let's say originally you wanted an infinity pool, for example, and then late into the project you decided, you know what, I don't want one of them, I'm just going to stick with an indoor pool instead. What the QS will do is he will track these changes and make adjustments and budget the changes and price them so that you don't end up spending twice as much because of the last minute changes that you've made. Essentially, the next thing QS will do is procuring contractors and subcontractors. So as you probably know, if you hire the wrong contractor for the job, that could end up costing you absolute fortunes. So you need to get the right people in to build your gym. You need to get the right people in to build your cinema. You need to get the right people in to build your swimming pool. And the quantity surveyor will make sure that you get the best contractors for each package work. So the best contractor that knows what they're doing in terms of building the pool, the best contractor that knows what they're doing in terms of building the cinema room. You get the point, yeah? Good. The next thing, number 5, measuring work and issuing payments. So builders love getting paid, but we don't want to pay them unless they've actually done the works. So what your quantity surveyor will do is go out onto the building site, see what's been done, make measurements and pay them according to what they have actually done. So the QS will measure the works and value the actual work that they've done and pay them accordingly. So there'll be no overpaying for half-built walls or any builders disappearing with your money. Number 6, liaising with key stakeholders. So you can think of this as the QS kind of being the middleman between you and the builders, between you and the architect, and between you and the local council. Basically, the QS is your guy. I mean, he looks after you, so you don't have to deal with all these different entities, these different people. He handles them, he manages them, so you can be at peace and rest and just sit back and wait for your project to be built. And then number 7, selecting and sourcing materials. So you want the best materials, obviously, for your home. You don't want no cheap ass materials, essentially. So the QS will make sure that you're not overpaying for unnecessary high quality materials, for example, when, you know, just a normal material that does the same job will do. And at the same time, you make sure that you're not paying for really rubbish materials that's not going to last long, and that you're paying for good materials. In the context of building your dream home, that is what a QS will do. So he's there to just make sure you get the best value for the money that you put in. Make sure everything is done within the budget and that you're not essentially ripped off by the several groups of people that you're going to need to hire to build a project of that magnitude. Do you know what I'm saying? So saves costs, which obviously saves time as well, and also manages teams for you and manages the stakeholders for you, so you have peace of mind. Thank you.